So we're today going to fit the upper crash bars, what's it, something like that, he thinks. Let's see how they go on. So we've got to crack this bolt up here at the top and take it right out, because you get a new one in the kit. Like that, you get a new one of those. And then we've also got to crack this bottom arm bolt here, just so it's loose. Not too loose though, because it'll drop down. So just crack it so you've got a little bit of movement. Just like that, nice and loose. So in the kit, you get a nice long bolt for the top, which also goes through this part of the guard. Drop seat, just like that. And then that one goes through the very top as well. Just something like that for now. So after a little bit of gentle persuasion, because I've had it powder coated, this one has to sit in the back piece. But just used an F clamp to push them together, and that's gone in there nicely. So we're just going to nip it but leave it all loose for now until we get the other side sorted. So you get two little dovetail clamps which will go to there, and then you get this one that wraps around the bar just there. And before you put them on, you also get some protective slips that you can sit on your crash bar so it won't rub through. And then for this one, you get this special sort of nut and bolt. So these only go on one way, and it sits in the back like that. And as you clamp it up, obviously it tightens. So this particular fitting is very fiddly, bit of dust in there, but you've basically got to clamp this top section, put the nut in, and then the bolt, wind it tightish, and leave it loose. So what I've used in this job was another little clamp just to clamp it shut, and then put a cable tie on it, which you get in the pack just to hold it where it is. This top one, leave that loose for the time being. And we're still loose at the top, so now we have to work on this fitting. And you'll find on the bikes you get the hole with a bolt in. Now in the pack you get one of these, and basically this bung sits in your bike, and in the back of there you get a special washer and a nut. So the way it goes, you have the bung sits behind the piece of new crash bar and goes in the hole, and the bolt goes through the hole into your bung. That's going to be captive once you've got it all secured up. It is quite tight, so we'll have to maybe just adjust it into place. So the bung goes on the crash bar, and then this has got a nylock knot in it, so just tighten this up enough so that it can still flex about. And then what you want to do is, whilst you've got everything else loose, you want to put pressure down and in, and then it just pops in, and then you just work the bar in until you're happy that it's somewhere near. You may have to just loosen up the top end again to make sure it's in. You could use a little bit of gentle persuasion, just be careful obviously, because it's a soft compound. So head of the nut, a little bit of brass, and then just push that in until you're happy that it's all the way in, all the way around. and that's that. So once you've got it all altered, at the top end you can actually get this flush with your frame, and it creates a full bung around that on your frame, and then you can just tighten this nut up with said Allen key, just to make sure that that nylock ain't gonna go anywhere, and rattle itself loose just like that. You can then go and continue to tighten these two. Just be careful with this one, because obviously you'll have to apply pressure on the clamp. So I'm going to start at the top, and for that you will need a 1/4 inch Allen key bit and a 10mm spanner. 10mm spanner is going to go behind and hold the nut, and then we're just going to tighten that up until we're satisfied. Oops, yeah, these aren't very good, what this sends you with it. That's fine. That's nice and tight. It's got a nylock on, so it ain't gonna come undone. And then it's important that this bottom one doesn't round as you're doing, which you'll need the 1/4 bit for. It's obviously captive, so just be careful while doing this, nice and steady. You'll see it close up, and then you just want to get it into a position where you can apply a bit less pressure. And maybe tighten that up a bit more. I'm going to swap to an actual Allen key so I can feel it a bit better. So that noise was it actually, the nut itself slots into this bar, and because you can't get it anywhere near, obviously once it clamps up, it eventually then slots in. So I'll move the camera in a sec so I can get a bit of a better angle on it. Yep, it's nice and tight, so we're happy with that. And then you can get rid of your cable tie with a pair of snips. That's that off. So just to show you the back end, you can see, oh, where is it? It's in here, there it is. So, big fingers, use this to point. So this nut slots into this piece and then into the frame itself, and it sort of goes through the two. So that's that on. This one's tight. The bottom end's tight, we're plugged in, so the last one to tighten up is going to be this one, and that is now an Allen key as opposed to a T40 torque head, and it's a 6mm Allen key piece. I would advise using an actual Allen key in a socket. You're supposed to use a torque wrench, and I believe this one's around 10 Newton meters, 6 Newton meters, 6 Newton meters, and then that one down there is also 15 Newton meters to the bung. And then there you go, one side bar fitted. So once you've tightened up the top, it's important that you remember to tighten up the one that you loosened off. So all this then will be tight. So make sure you tighten that bottom. So the upper crash bars, why have I fitted them? I've fitted these so I can actually put on some Lomo bags we got off Amazon. Bit of extra storage, and they're gonna sit on there nicely, tucked in out the way, just to carry some extra bits and bobs. I may even go that way a bit better, actually thinking on, and then the way out the way of everything. Just for little pieces, little bits of the toolkit for when we go on tours, first aid kit, just a few bits and bobs. And you can also get a small version should I need to. So let's get them fitted. So these are the little bags. I've fitted them low at the minute, but I think I'm going to lift them right up. I think it might look a bit better. Let's have a look, see what it looks like first. Yeah, I've decided that it looks better at the top of the bar, out of the way of everything. It actually fixed a lot. Put your teeth in. Fixes a lot better to the bars. And I think what I'll end up doing is, obviously these straps you can tuck back in, but I'm gonna I've got some nice Velcro things upstairs which I'll put round just to keep everything from dangling. These on the end have got like a little tab that you can actually overlay and pull back on itself. So when I Velcro that into place there with a little strap I've got, shouldn't move at all. But yeah, overall quite impressed with the handlebars level. I mean, the bag's pretty much full. It doesn't actually stick out too far compared to the handlebars, so quite comfortable with that. And there's two, obviously one for this side which I'm going to fit next. Yeah, so 20 litres of storage that I can just leave on the bike. Also, if it goes over, a little bit of protection maybe. I'd rather scuff these 20 quid bags than have to get all my bars repowder coated, because that would be a pain. Right, let's crack on with the other side. So they're finally fitted after a little bit of adjustment. And they don't stick outside the handlebars, which is good. I think they look alright, to be fair. So 20 litres of storage additional. So them two, top box and a little rucksack behind me. Job's a good one. Oh, dog's come to say hello. No, he hasn't. He wants a treat. And that's a wrap.